I really didn't even know who Josh was. All I knew was that, you know, all I knew was that boy got I guess a contract with OKC. Um, he was on the team, and all we got from bro was, oh well, I don't want to speak on this matter at this time. Now I didn't know. I had y'all. I don't know if it was y'all explaining it to me, but I was under the impression that the girl that he was talking to was like 17 or like maybe just turning 18 or something like that. That's what I had the understanding of in my mind. I don't know why I thought this. Because I found out bro had just turned 21 in October, right? So I'm thinking, 21-year-old dealing with somebody that's like around 18. That's not like the craziest situation in the world. I get how maybe it could be problematic to the league and everything like that, but it should resolve itself. That's what I was mentally thinking anyway. The girl is allegedly 15 or a sophomore in high school. I was flabbergasted. I was shocked. Now, there's a press release statement that I read from Newport Beach Police Department saying they're aware of information being circulated online involving an alleged relationship between professional basketball player Josh Giddey and a female minor. The Newport Beach Police Department is actively seeking additional information related to these allegations and pursuing all leads and evidence to obtain the facts of the case. The police department aims to ensure a fair and thorough investigation process while maintaining the privacy and dignity of everyone involved. At this time, detectives are still conducting an active investigation. Anyone who may be able to provide additional information, blah, 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 blah. But then I read there was a headline saying that the family of the young girl in question, what the is this? What the fuck? Okay, bro, niggas are so weird. God, oh, I hate the internet. I'm just trying to do a regular search, trying to just see if I can find a headline. Why are they doing that? Oh. But anyway, I look at the little, you know what I'm saying, little investigation thing, and they saying the family won't cooperate. They refuse to speak. I shouldn't have searched on Twitter. That's my fault. My idiotic fault. They're saying that the family won't cooperate. They won't speak. They won't say nothing. Now, it's two things that are horrible for this situation, right? I was shooting the bail in my mind, thinking it wasn't like that crazy. Because like I said, I thought the girl was maybe turning 18. This is horrible. Because it kind of low-key looks like you either scouted out or went out of your way to talk to somebody you know is in high school. Now, there's a case where there's somebody that could have possibly embellished on their age, right? And they're like, oh, okay, I'm really a minor, but I'm going to pretend to be XYZ age. I just feel like it's incredibly difficult, even with a fake ID or fake identification, to lie your way into the establishments that he seemed to be with this young girl at, or just hearing her speak. Now, a 20-year-old, because I think at the time of him talking to this girl, he was 20, a 20-year-old talking to an 18-year-old almost, verbiage wise, it's not going to be that huge of a difference. But if you're 20 or 21 years old and you're talking to a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old, it's pretty obvious early on to notice a difference in communication, language barrier, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Some social cues, parts that she might not be used to, you know? And even if this is a situation where he felt like he was dealing with somebody that was of age, I just don't see how that's possible. Language barrier in terms of like the shit that you normally talk about, like no commonality in between you and a 15-year-old if you're 20 or 21 years old. Like, I would describe that as almost like a language barrier because y'all are like in two completely different worlds. That's a big enough gap to where it's like there's so much shit that I've already done, and I'm in the NBA, and I got money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'd be talking about or even doing that you have no clue about. Like, that's almost a completely different world. The fact that you saying that you didn't know don't sound right to me. But entertaining the world where the young girl is being blamed.
Word on the street is she went to the club as a minor.
Okay.
I highly doubt he paid them off. I do agree with you in regards to the conversation being different, but she still has responsibility for lying about her age.
No. Unfortunately. Like, you should have a moral obligation to be truthful. But when you're talking about children, they don't have the ability to discern any of these things. So she don't have any technical responsibility in any of this, especially when you consider his position and his age. She's got zero responsibility. And the worst part about it is the parents saying something like, we won't cooperate. Because even if you entertain the possibility of her lying about her age or even using fake identification to get into a club or an establishment, which it's not impossible. That happens. Underage people do get into clubs. A parent will overlook that and still look at this person and be like, but you still a grown person that was messing with my minor daughter. They're not going to overlook that. That's why this looks nasty.
Bro, an NBA player called Andrew Bogut claims that OKC, the organization, knew what was happening a full year before the claims came out.
I don't know if that's true or not. It's possible. It's possible. But I just think people trying to pass it off on the girl, like, this is just another reason for you to carefully vet. If you are an NBA player, let's say there's a realm of possibility where he legitimately got fooled and he got quote unquote tricked into believing that this minor wasn't a minor, which I do find very hard to believe, but let's entertain that possibility. He still has an obligation to check those things before he engages sexually or even on a platonic level with anybody that he's talking to. You have a higher level of responsibility when you're in these positions because you already know your status and your financial, you know what I'm saying, aura is going to speak for itself. You're going to draw and attract people to you based just off things that you don't even have to speak for. You have an obligation to vet all of those things. If you have even the slightest possibility or thought or doubt in your mind about somebody's age, you have to investigate that. Why am I waiting on this? I'm gonna just take your word for it. I can't confirm. I'm gonna trust your ID. I need so much more than that. If I'm this type of person, I'm this caliber individual, I need way more than just your word. And the fact that he got it, and this is it, that don't sit well. No parent is gonna sit up here and be like, oh yeah, like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Since my daughter lied, I'm gonna just drop everything. That's why people are probably saying they got paid. And I don't know if they got paid or not, but I could only think in my mind that there was some financial incentive to not go forward with this. I don't care if he knew or not. If this is my daughter, I'm making sure this nigga takes some type of responsibility publicly. I don't even care if it's a money thing. It's just people need to know that you are an irresponsible person. Even if you're not fully developed yourself, you're still older than who I feel was victimized in this situation. And most parents are just going to be like, yeah. But the fact that they're not cooperating, that looks nasty. That look nasty. Parents got that NBA money. It looks more likely than not. The family knew and was okay with it. Weird. I'm leaning more towards that. I think as a guy, you just got to be more responsible and sensible with sex too. You do. But especially in his case. And it's easy to say in hindsight, obviously, you know, I'm speaking as a 28-year-old, but I still feel like you got to know. I'm sorry. I feel like I could always tell.
Defending him. A 15-year-old going to the club knows exactly what they're doing, and fake kids are extremely common. However, I'm concerned that he didn't see any social cues with her proving she's young. Very concerning story.
A 15-year-old knows exactly what they're doing and fake IDs are extreme. I don't think that's not what that means. Like, that's the point of you being young. Now, the age of consent in most places being 16 does not eliminate a child from still being a child. That just like gives you the ability to say yes, I feel like, to peers. But when you're dealing with an adult or someone who's significantly older than you, or there's an age gap, you're not, you don't know better. You don't know better. You can't say that. A child does not know better. That's why they're a child. They're children. Is it confirmed she is 15? They're saying it. I think it's more so confirmed that she's a sophomore in high school. That could be 15. It could be 16. I don't know. Going to clubs at 15 with fake IDs is still weird. Of course it is. I just feel like people that are older who are there will know that you're 15 or 16 years old. Just based off your verbiage or your communication, I just feel like it's easy to know. Well, you have to understand a 15-year-old brain isn't fully developed. Yes, they are aware of their actions, but they're aware of how severe. They're not aware of how severe that can come with their decision. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a debate, you know. It's just more of a, this is a kid, no consent, you know, type shit. It's pretty easy to just be like, yeah, we don't have nothing in common. You're a child. Some simple shit, you know. I was making dumb decisions when I was 21. Imagine a version of that person who's 5-6 years younger than that. Like, it's pretty easy to just be like, yeah, they're probably not in the full state to be making decisions or sound decisions. How they got in that position, how she got in the club, how they end up linking up. Like, I feel like a lot of those questions are irrelevant when you consider her age. It's not even weird, to be honest. We all been teens going somewhere we weren't supposed to. On God, a lot of the times you be in situations where it's like, I was not even supposed to be here. Don't make it like a premeditated plot for her to just be like, oh, I'm going to this club just so I could, you know what I'm saying, fuck the vibes up. Like, it might not even been that type of situation. Club needs to be held liable. Clubs never get held liable. Even if you don't look like a traditional minor, you still act like one. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty easy to see, bro. I don't see a minor is ever to blame, ever in a sexual manner, since they can't comprehend what they're doing. Yeah, it's just not. It's not the. It's pretty damning. The nastiest part of this to me, like I said though, is the parents not cooperating. That's the nastiest part. Like, I get him being, you know, public enemy too, but I agree. Like, I still think he's young. I still think he's young and he gonna learn more from this, but it sounds more like cover up or damage control now, which don't bode well for the future or his growth. Granted though, most people in the situations the parents let them get away with it, they gonna pay them off and be done with it. But I just think it's nasty. It looks horrible. That's all I can say. I told you that answer in body language in the clip told everything.
I'm not blaming her either, because either way a grown man can see social cues that a woman is young. If I'm in the club talking to someone, I'm asking her age regardless, I'm not catching no case.
I'm the type of guy that believes if you have to ask her age, then she's too young. I'm not asking your age. If I think that I have to ask, then I'm not talking to you anymore. So when the questions come up, you don't always have to verbalize how you feel. I'm going to just move on. I don't need to entertain this. You know what I'm saying? It's mad girls in here. I'm going to just save myself the annoyance. I don't want to talk. I don't want to, have a nice night, all that other shit. But it ain't going to be me. Unfortunately, hopefully it won't be another dude that will entertain this and won't give a fuck. Because it's a lot of time, like, y'all also got to understand, it's not all these dudes being tricked. A lot of the time, the girl will open up and be like, yeah, you got me. I'm actually 17, I'm actually 16, and a nigga still be like, okay. Like, it's a fucked up world. It's a fucked up world, but the vibes are off. You're still asking age, right? Niggas know the details of a person they dealing with. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Niggas be in the 12th grade dating freshmen. Y'all new blacks killed me. Oh, shit. People know that little kids look like they're weird degenerates that no people will throw blame on the victim either way. I don't know. I like to think in the back of my mind that people will look at it being a child and be like, yeah, nah, that's just unacceptable. You know? That's because you like Granny, Sean? Granny's like me. Grannies like me, MILFs like me, girls my age like me, girls under my age like me. I'm just a likable nigga. It just is what it is. I'm a woman magnet, chat. What can I say? Like, what can I really say? I wish it wasn't so, but it is. Wait, what? Now I'm okay. All right, bro. Y'all just do the most for no reason.